Someone said, we don't drink on the pod anymore. I was like, dang, were we drinking that much? I mean, we haven't drank in seasons. Like, geez, we don't have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, there was a little more when Brian was around, as my voice cracks.
I remember. Puberty is a bitch.
Yeah. Just in case you wanted to know, Rasheed Phillips is live right now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. He owes me money.
I've been paying for his shit for years.
I know. I'm tired of his shit. I'm tired of dealing with this shit, to be perfectly honest with you. But what are you going to do? It is what it is. And that being said, welcome to This Week in Barbecue, the barbecue-focused podcast that brings you hot takes and even hotter recipes. I'm your host, Rasheed Phillips, and joining me is the Bearded Wonders. No, not replacement, because he's still on the pod. Someone did email that too, like, did you piss off Brian? What happened to Brian? I'm like, yo, we're the outcasts of barbecue. My homie's just out doing another thing right now. He's still here, but filling his seat until he comes back, for a little meet and greet is Mr.
Lee Garman.
So we're here, ladies and gentlemen. I promise you, nothing has gone south between Brian and I. We were actually talking yesterday, and I'll open it up with that little chestnut of a nugget. I'll be doing a restaurant takeover November 17th in Atlanta, Georgia. So those of you who keep yelling at me, saying horrible things about me, you don't even know my mama to be talking about her the way y'all are talking about her. I will be doing a restaurant takeover, a pop-up, if you would, November 17th at their location. More news and details to follow. That's all I've got for you right now. We're working on the numbers. We're making sure that the fire marshal doesn't yell at us because, we did a thing.
It's a good place to start.
Yeah. We did a thing last year for Grill and Chill. And I don't think that place has ever seen that many bodies. Not Grill and Chill, for Pitmaster Santa.
Yeah.
And I don't think that place saw that many bodies before. Sort of packed it out. And Pitmaster Santa will be happening again this year. Stay tuned for the news and info about all that. But we've got some updating and some stuff.
It's been a few things that have happened.
It's been a few things.
A little bit of bouncing around.
There has been a lot. And we keep going on coast. I'm going west, you're going east, you're going east, I'm going west. Like, some miles have been put on.
Was the last pod
yes.
Right after we got done with...
Yeah, Pops.
Yeah, I literally was going back. I was like, I do
yeah.
literally think it was when we were both in LA.
It was just when we finished up.
Yeah, we've been back for like a couple days, right?
And then immediately turned around and went right back out to...
Yeah, you were at family reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, let me...
Is that a segue?
That's my man. Hit me with that pass. No, family reunion. Those of you who are listening, if you have no interest in hearing about family reunion, too bad. I'm about to do it anyway. But I would suggest you skip ahead at least 7 to 8, and maybe round that bad boy to a solid 10 and change minutes. Family reunion. Man, family reunion was absolutely amazing. It was beyond anything I could think of. First and foremost, shout out to Chef Kwame. Shout out to everybody, his whole team that helped put that thing together. The Queen, Miss Sheila Johnson. I want to try. I'm going to do my absolute best. I'm going to hit you up, brother, I promise. Those of you who are watching the live, I appreciate you. I'm going to do my absolute best to describe it. Because that's the thing, like, there's so many high points, right? So many high points that, like, I don't even know what to deal with it. But top of mind high point for me is sharing the stage with Pops, B, and Rodney.
Not a bad group.
It's not a bad group to be around. It's not a bad.
Could that
lineup.
be a barbecue boy band?
Hey, by the end of it, they were calling us the barbecue boys because we were stepping. Yeah? We were stepping right. Hey, but got the way. You see this shovel with this pile of fire in it, you know what's happening. We were doing intros, and of course,
I'm just like, now I'm like movie titles like Dances with Coals. Like, my brain is spiraling right now with that whole concept.
Gone with the brisket. Oh my god! Back to the smoker part 2.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you. Being up there, so everyone's introducing themselves to the crowd, and of course, I use my opportunity to not say anything about me. but to talk about them, to talk about B, Pops, and Rodney.
Some fairly influential characters you were up there with.
Yeah. It's my Mount Rushmore. And it was literally at the end of that moment, like that night, because we opened up and, you know, hey, if I'm all the other chefs, I don't want to follow barbecue. That's a hard act to follow. I'll go ahead and say that.
What night were y'all?
We were the opening night, Thursday night.
Okay. Yeah.
So rolling smoke and little backstory, like I've done countless events. I've never gotten less sleep voluntarily than I have this event. Like I didn't want to sleep because I didn't want to miss anything. Yeah. Right. There was so much going on. Like
there were a few text messages you sent me. And I woke up the next morning. I was like, "That time is
that right? Is that 4? What the hell is going on here?"
And they got later too. I think the first night it was like 2:36.
Yeah.
Then the next night it was like 3 something. And then the last one was like 4:15 or something.
Yeah,
like,
I progressively slept less as the event went down, and I'll tell you why. Right? Because when you have Chef Eric Williams holding court at 5:30 in the morning. In the lobby. No. We didn't wake up at 5 and congregate at 5:30. No, we'd been up since, 5 the day before. It just rolled into 5:30 the next because this man's holding court, dropping dimes. I'm over there like Door with a backpack, picking everything up. Like, no, we're getting all of this. Yeah. Like, I'm not missing this. No. Right? Those are the conversations you have. It's 3 a.m. and I'm sitting beside a legend, the queen, her heiress, Miss Jessica B. Harris, at 3 in the morning, as we have a deep conversation about culture, African foods, the future, the past, the present. I give her flowers, letting her know that she was the cornerstone in her work, or the cornerstone for what we do with Flavors of Black Excellence. Mm-hmm. And to my amazement, her being familiar with it and saw the ones that I've done, I was just like, wow. And then I just opened up. It was like talking to my grandma. I was like, hey, I'm facing this, and this. I'm trying to sort out this, and this. Yeah. What I do. And she was just dropping gems and pouring into me. And when I tell you, she gave me a hug that healed my soul, brother, I meant it. Like I felt so good. I was like, whatever woes I had, gone. Dang. Gone. There was just moments like that, coming out the kitchen and peeking the hill, seeing, then this is where I said I went to the mountaintop. I hit my Mount Rushmore, seeing Pops, Rodney, and Auntie Delilah in the shade as this tree just like casts this amazing shade over them. They're in their chairs. Pops has his little drink. We're all doing the stuff like, I want to earn my spot in the shade. Yeah. That's my new goal. My goal is to at one point do that with them, and I did. Now I'm working to earn my spot in the shade, and that definitely happened this time. Hey, shout out Big Back. There was just so much, man. Yeah. I know I'm forgetting so much, but a million shouts out to sis Erica, Blue Smoke Blair. She came out, supported, drove me crazy, but went through 150 pounds of sweet potatoes like a champ. Damn. Now, is her right arm slightly bigger than her left? Probably. Probably.
So you got to get ambidextrous.
Yeah, there's nothing I can do about that right now. It's there. It happened, right? But I really appreciate her coming out and supporting. And, she had a ball. We had fun. Auntie Delilah was cutting up.
I'm shocked.
I know, guys. Everyone's like, what is? No, she's like, man, y'all don't know how Auntie be getting down. It's Friday night. Okay. Kwame hits the stage. He says something, and I'm like, man, it sounds like he'd be bringing out a really dope DJ right now. And we're having our story. We're having a nice little cigar. We've done our bit. It's like, it sounds like DNice. And it goes, DJ DNice, and he comes out. And when I say Auntie sprung up,
she was ready to go.
I say she sprung up. You know how Willy Wonka's grandfather. That moment right there. Yeah. Up and out. Sheets were thrown. She was on the floor. I was like, wait a minute. I didn't even get to put my stick down.
Where's the golden ticket?
Basically. And she was having so much fun. And she told me, it's like, oh, I love him. He got me through so much hard times in COVID. Mm-hmm. And I said, Auntie, before this track is done, I promise you, I'm gonna get you your time with him. Yeah. Because Nice and I spoken during COVID. Yeah. Just back and forth, slight conversations. Like, it's a slim to none chance that he remembers, but I'll take slim versus none any day. Yeah. Oh, you know how we know. Can always spot the handler.
Yeah.
Shout out Rebecca. Spotted Rebecca. Told her, confirmed, like, no, it is actually me. She's like, oh, shit. Remember, had him do his thing, made sure everyone was cleared. Then I sent Auntie a text. It's like, Auntie, he's ready for you.
Come on. Yeah.
Sonic Hedgehog speed. Just gone. Right there. I don't even think I hit send before she popped up. But the smile on her face when he embraced her and, you know, I informed him who she is and all of this, and we were here with Pops, and then his ears perk up like, Gun Bledsoe's here? It's like, yeah, Popsy's right over there. He's like, nah, you're joking. Like, I promise you. Like, you haven't met him. You wanted me? He's like, oh, I love him. I'd love to. Go get Pops. He meets Pops. It's a mutual admiration. They share music and just have a wonderful moment. Captured that, too. Like, there was just so many of those moments.
Yeah.
Just like capturing the moment of Pops and Rodney first meeting, which immediately went to both of them ganging up on me in all of 2 seconds. I'm like, what just
Also
happened here?
Checks out.
Yeah, it really checks out. I was like, y'all just met. How is this happening? What did I do? What did I do? And from there, I had to suffer. Ladies and gentlemen, I suffered the ridicule for weeks because that was just the start. Because we were on tour for the next 2 weeks and change together.
Yeah.
But it was worth it, man. All I can say about the family reunion, if you got the coins, come. If you don't have the coins, scrounge them, beg, borrow, steal, check the sofa cushion, come. You will leave re-energized, fulfilled. Mm-hmm. You'll get stuff from there that you didn't even know you needed. Like, and it's not even just the acts. Like DNice, 112 was performing. Tweet came out. Like, everyone comes out to this thing.
Yeah.
It was just such a good time.
Oh,
it was a good time. Work, definitely work, because, you know, first night, I'm up prepping.
Yeah.
All night, because we go on Thursday.
Yeah.
So I'm up that night with Sam and Chris. Shout out to Rodney's guys, Sam and Chris. They're doing the hog. I'm running 300 pounds of beef ribs. I've been peeling and trimming beef ribs all morning, done.
Yeah.
Let them marinate. And we're just going. I think we capped it off at like 6 a.m. Like, I barely beat the sun in that day. Crashed for like 3 hours while Erica came to the kitchen and started doing potatoes, and we're doing that and getting prepped for the day. Mm-hmm. It is work, but it is the best kind of work. It's that, hey, chef, what do you need? Oh, this. I got you. Don't worry about it. Right? And then it was just a very, who said? Man, I'm going to send you the video of us jamming out. Yes, please send the video, because we got down with the get down. There was music, and it's the subtle things too, right?
Yeah.
So the moment the family reunion starts, the music throughout the hotel changes. It's literally like cookout, backyard, candy, line stepping music.
That's sick.
For the whole weekend. From the elevators to if you're in the lobby to you're out on the field, there's never a silent moment like that. There's always going to be music playing, which was so dope. It was like your uncle had the ox at the cookout. He was just playing his jams. Like, you notice I got your auntie.
Let me throw that mix on.
I know, right? and there were some uncles out there too, in their stepping shoes, and you can see them like, okay, OG, I see you.
Yeah.
No, man, but if you have an opportunity to make it to family reunion, I promise you, it is worth every penny. It is cheap. Can't believe I'm saying it. Because it's sticker shock. You know, it's cheap once you've been inside and you see what you get, and then you calculate the chefs that you have coming, the dishes they're making. Like, some of these chefs' restaurants, you're not leaving without a bill less than $5 to $6.
If you can get in.
That part.
Like, if you can get in, you know, like, and that's one of those things too. Like, it is expensive, but like, yeah, like you're just saying, like, go add up dinner at all the people. Like, even if there's only a handful, even if you don't care for everyone, there's probably a few people on that list that you're like, all right, cool, these people. Yeah.
And not to just eat their food, but to potentially get that time with them. Once the line's died, hey, chef, can I pick your brain?
Yeah. Well, and like we were talking about before you guys even went out there, like, there's a lot of festivals where you're responsible the entire time for a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And like, they have themes on days, but you guys are there the whole time. So it's like, there's a good chance you're just gonna like see them afterwards or before as they're
Yes.
getting in versus
Yes.
like, sorry man, I really wish I could spend some time, but like I'm in the weeds and I'm gonna be in the weeds this whole time. Like
Yeah.
to me that's super cool that you guys like there is that format
Mm-hmm.
and you just, you know, not guaranteeing access, but it is far more likely
Yes.
that, you know, like I would imagine Rodney and Pops were just chilling
Yeah.
after things were taken care of. You guys, you know, there's probably time where people had a little bit more access than you would have normally had.
Yeah. It was, you know, Rodney has to do his standard one shovel of coals.
Yeah.
He's like, everyone watching? Everyone watching? Everyone watching? All right, cool.
Cameras are up, right? Where are the cameras at? Come
Get
on.
this photo. No, but, you know, you had unprecedented access.
Yeah.
And if you're someone in the culinary world that you're trying to get ahead, you're trying to get to these people, go ahead and get you a ticket, right? And then just show up with your role in apron, like, hey, I bought a ticket, but I came to work. If that doesn't get someone's attention, I don't know what to tell you, because there's always something to do. And just because our food was done serving Thursday doesn't mean we were done. It was just hands on deck. The rigs were there. Some of these chefs don't know how to light rigs. Hey, we'll light them. We'll run them. You know, these are our things. We know them like the back of our hands.
Yeah.
But the key is you've got to stay on property.
Yeah.
You have to stay on property because that's when the fun really happens. There's the afterglows and there's
Can
the after
you
parties.
attend the event without staying on property?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I learned that too. You don't have to buy that package that comes with the stay. You can just get certain ones. So you can come for the brunches or for the dine around or for the discussion panels, but you're better off just getting it all in.
Yeah, I would say you're going to stay somewhere. You might as well stay there. And like, I mean, who knows who you're going to get to hang out with just hanging out in the lobby.
Yeah. Like Tweet coming by, I'm like, oh, I love your food. It's like, girl, you better stop. You know we're supposed to be married, you know, but but it's stuff like that. You don't know who you're going to get access to.
Yeah.
And who you'd get to meet. And I think for me too, I'm a stick burner. I'm a caveman. I'm just a power of that learn to focus. So realizing that I had this respect and mutual admiration amongst my peers that I didn't even knew I existed was just also very cup filling. You know, it was a solid time, man. So my takeaways from that, yo, D, I owe you a call. I'm finally 10 toes down. I got you. Go, stay on campus, stay on property, on site. Don't worry about sleep. You can sleep elsewhere. That's what I was telling her. I was like, I'll sleep next week on our way to Portland. Like, I'm not worried about sleep right now. Like, I'm good. It was just too many. I would have hurt. Like, how do you miss a 5:30 chat? Yeah, with Chef Eric. Like, what are you doing?
No, I mean, that kind of like you talking about that story kind of reminded me of Memphis in May 2 years ago. Oh man, yeah. Where we just both nights, I think we stayed in the hotel lobby, like with all the mentors and mentees. Yeah, like I mean, not trying to knock like everything that Kingsford set up and all the stuff that we did, but I think that those mentees, you can knock it. Though I believe that like the real stuff that was going on with those guys and like the most value that they got out of that weekend was like having everyone in the same building, and then like every night. I mean, I think we were up until at least like 2:30, 3 a.m. just in the lobby chatting. There was that one night when Corey left the rig upstairs that No, I did. Was it you? It was me. Oh, I'll take that one on the chin. Right. Corey went and got it.
No, B went and got it.
Oh, that's right.
That was B who left it. Yeah.
He came back down while we were still talking. He goes, I assume this is one of yours. I'm like, oh, man. Full. You want to see 20 grand vanish real quick? Yeah. That's an easy way. But that night, I'm not going to, out of everything, and you won't say because you're the nice one out of the pair of us. That's why I have you. That was the most fulfilling night, not just for our mentors, but for the mentees, because those were 100%. Gems. And I knew it was late because Pat left to get food, and he came back a couple hours later. He's like, y'all still out here? And he dropped gems too, because when you have someone like Patrick, I said it. I'm sorry. I'm joking. I take it back as a joke. It's all joke. Like that, you listen. When you have B dropping gems, you listen. We went to the Neelys and we got, Frank, they held court. I've never seen a room full of grown men look like children in my life. Oh, yeah. Like when that man spoke, right?
you have to be willing to like miss out on something to get those lessons. And I think those who stayed with us took away, because I was like, hey, I'll call it when you guys call it.
Yeah.
You guys have questions, I'm gonna answer them. And we that night barely beat the sun, but.
And I will say there are, because not everybody was up and doing all that kind of stuff, but there was just a different intent with the people who were up and grabbing information from all the people who were there, which was just really cool to see. And also that like the time was given by everybody. Yeah.
And it's the same thing here. They had absolutely amazing panels and discussions, and we'll move on to the rest of the news. I could do a whole season on just family reunion, but, and I've said it, I'll say it before, those who've told you never meet your heroes, I honestly believe picked the wrong heroes, because I got to meet all of mine. I was going through my bingo card there. and it's the humbling thing too, right? So it's the morning of, it's like 8 a.m, we're doing our chef photo. Mm-hmm. Mind you, I'm not in bed before 4 or 5 a.m. any of these nights. We're doing our chef photo. Get my jacket
Splashing
on.
Some cold water.
I know,
face.
right?
Like, wake up.
Hey, that's why I work out. I still got my run then.
Yeah.
My back's to everybody. I'm trying to get my jacket on, and I just hear, Mr. Phillips, but in the most like deep, angelical, like warmest hug.
Was
way.
it James Earl Jones?
It might as well have been, because it was Alexander Smalls.
Yeah.
And I was just like, my whole body felt, now I understand what people say. Oh, your voice is so soothing. I get it now. And I turned, and I was embraced with a giant bear hug and a wonderful smile. And it was just great to finally meet him. I had so much respect. We've had slight communication online. Of course, featured him for Flavors of Black Excellence. And it was just great getting to meet with him and chat with him. And, getting to meet Carla Hall was wonderful. And she was a dancing queen. We got a little boogie down. I think there's a video of that somewhere too. Like just getting to go through and meet these people, I was just like, yeah, this is good stuff. Like you feel like you belong. It's a good time, man. It's a good time. I say, come out for it if you guys can come out. I'm already looking forward to next year, and I will warn you, like you're going to go through withdrawals because you're on set. Like I said, there's so many high points.
Yeah,
you're not any lows. There's nothing going sideways, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's saying hello. It felt like a black, what's that Andy Griffin town?
Oh,
is that Mulberry or something? Was it Mulberry?
Crap, I don't remember.
Whatever that was, that's what it was like. Everyone's saying hello.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying what's up, daps, hugs. Like everyone's getting the lingo. There's zero code switching because you just feel comfortable. Yeah. Like I ain't got to take the bass out of my voice looking like a giant because you feel like I'm going to run up on you. Also, and we'll go to the next subject.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Pardon me, sir. Whilst I what? West Side? No. For me personally, it felt like a Lock and Lovely commercial shoot because I've never been around so many locked professionals in my life ever. I'm usually either one of two black people in a room, definitely always the biggest in the room and always the darkest. But out there, man, I might as well just been in the NBA. We were just starting five everywhere.
Just hanging out.
Starting five. And then shout out to Chef Brian Jupiter, man. Just locked. There's a photo of us all with just our locks down. I was like, man, somebody take a photo and send it to Pantene or something. We need to get a contract, Bring some Soul Glow back. But it was a good time, man. It was a good time. I had to share that with y'all. Just I'm not even sorry about the rant. Y'all knew what it was when you got on here.
No. Yeah.
But it was a great feeling, and I am looking forward to going back. Oh, and your boy has a spot.
Locked in.
No more second string, baby. We're starting five now.
Not getting the call up. I made it.
I'm no walk on, no nothing. Quan pulled me aside. He was like, yo, I've been hearing about you to do this and this, and I appreciate you coming in. And you weren't. He's like, but you're in. No, you don't have to worry about it. That's it. Always want you here. I was like, I appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
That was a good night. Then we had a cigar and went double dutching because that's what you do at the cookout. But yeah, had to talk about that. We'll flow through the rest. What's up, Germany? Right after that was literally Ilani.
Yep.
Was right back to Ilani, BBQ Fest, good times in Pacific Northwest, the amazing fresh air. Got to hang out with Chef Gigi, go visit his restaurant, Kann, which was undoubtedly the best culinary experience I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Everything hit. Like, it was like, what if Prince made a menu? That's what it was. You're not skipping anything. You're just enjoying all of it. And there was so much attention to detail. Mm-hmm. You can taste the intention with everything, from the shape of the cubes to the glassware to the gold trim to the embossed leather menus. Everything just had detail. And you know me, I'm a sucker for a fire. So when you've got a built-in hearth and that bad boy's shooting flames, but you can't smell smoke anywhere, I'm like, oh, y'all are doing it. Okay, now you're just showing out. Gigi. So appreciate Gigi and Tia for the culinary experience and the invite. Us going to Kann, and they also did so much. Their coffee, if you guys love coffee, go check out Kann Coffee. So good black. I brought a bag back for the office. It's real good. Really, really good. Corey's having it, and he's sipping through. He's like, what did they put in this? I'm like, nothing, it's just a coffee. It's like, they put sweeteners in here? No, it's just a coffee. Fruit? Just a coffee. They run it through something? Just a coffee. This man bought $200 worth of coffee because of it, $200 of the bags.
You know, once we're done, I'm going to call him and be like, hey, did you really?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I know.
He did. Yes. Yo, Gigi's, and I don't even know if you can call Gigi a chef. The man is an alchemist.
Yeah.
Because
you hit a certain level where it's
not chef anymore. It's alchemy.
Yeah.
Alchemy.
You've gone past things, and like you have this like,
what's stronger than a Super Saiyan? Let that geek flag fly a little bit, you know?
Yeah, but it gets into this like science and understanding and knowledge, and it's not just like, okay, well, cool, this kind of tastes good if you pair these things together. It's like, no, man.
No,
this guy is like scientist.
He is an alchemist, because you can put those same ingredients in front of me and give me a lifetime. I'm not landing there. I'll get maybe close, but get someplace where I was like, bro, this is dope. And the level of respect paid to his heritage and where he comes from and the culture and how he grew up, it's like, man, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
This is how, and he's just so humble still. And I'm gonna jump back real quick to family reunion, but if you guys missed out on the turkey, I can't tell you nothing else. That's it. If you know about the turkey, you know about the turkey. If you don't know about the turkey,
sorry,
I'll see y'all next year. That's all I'm saying. But no, that was just an amazing experience. We this is why I said it was so good, because I don't go to places a lot.
Yeah.
Much less twice. Went twice.
I actually will say
I went twice. Went the day touchdown in Portland, and then that was Rodney, myself, Corey, and Steve. Then the next night went back, took
awesome.
Took Pops, Corey, Chewy, Kaylin, and Steve again. So we ate. It was phenomenal.
That's all.
Pops loved everything. He's like, what is this? I told you to eat this, because I was over like, try this. Put that on top first.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was worth it.
Well, I mean, like when we're both back here in Atlanta, we don't go out. Like, I mean, not trying to be snotty, but there's like not a purpose, really.
Not really.
I'm sure there's some incredible restaurants in Atlanta that are worth checking out. And yes, I'm not trying to. There's not a lot of motivation. How about that?
Because a lot of it is the same. I am lambed and fried lobster tail brunch menus out.
Yeah.
Done. There's other dishes.
But yeah, out on the road,
stop salmon.
It is a little bit more likely to end up at a restaurant, and often it is like, I mean, I ate a meal.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not upset.
Not hungry.
Yeah. I have been supplied with food.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's so sick to like hear that you guys had that type of experience, because like,
and the drinks, immaculate.
Well, dude, that's another thing. You get like, I know people like want to make fun of mixologists, myself included, and like when they get that dialed into all that kind of stuff. But like, you get somebody who knows what they're doing, you'll take a sip and be like, "What's in here?"
Yeah,
and then they tell you what's in there. Like, no, I've had drinks that have that in here before. But that is not it.
Yeah,
what just happened?
We made it right.
Yeah.
No, the drinks, everything, and I've been singing their praises. And if you're listening anywhere, if you're in earshot, if you're in the Pacific Northwest, go ahead and book you a spot at Kann. Reservation only. You're lucky if you catch a walk-in, right? Go get it. It's worth it. I don't think I'm slated to be back in the Pacific Northwest until next June. I'm hopping a flight to go back before then, just so I can have the spring menu. Like I'm not waiting until
I was going to say, what are we doing? Like February 1.
I know, right? Like I'm right there. I'm like, hey guys, I'm back. I brought libations. But yeah, also while in the Pacific Northwest, your boy dropped a grip on some Jordans. Finally bought my first pair of Jordans. Shout out to me. 15s are hard to get in regular
did you
life.
get?
I got some classic Jordan 1s.
Okay.
Different colorways. Also got some LeBrons that got the colorways of like Saved by the Bell, and I just like that show. I was like, yeah,
it's a great show.
It's a really good
It
show.
is a good show.
R.I.P. Screech. The restaurant name is Kann, Kann. Absolutely worth going to, and they make the best coffee I've ever had. So
Dude,
good.
Like when you find coffee that it's wild what roasting coffee properly will do to the coffee experience.
Yes.
Like the amount of times that, like, whatever, everyone's had coffee and it's like, yeah, it's coffee. But then you have like a really good cup of coffee, whether it's like, usually it's a pour over that does all that stuff really well. Or some sort of brew method that is not just hot water immediately.
Yeah. You got to put some time into there.
It is wild. Like Corey, like that's like actually kind of why I want to call Corey and be like, so you had coffee that felt sweetened when it wasn't sweetened. And it's wild how that can happen. And they're like, no, it's just our coffee. Yeah. You're like, but no, it's not just coffee. And they're like, yeah, it's just coffee. It's an experience for sure when you like the first time you get to have coffee that good. The only thing that came close to that coffee is when I was in DR or Buenos Aires. Yeah,
I was about
to say South America for sure, because that's where a lot of it comes from.
They're crushing it, but had to put that out there. But yeah, I got some kicks. I got some forces, picked up some forces for Pops, got some maxes as well. Just went out like, hey, and I'll put that out there for those who know. It was a business decision. It was a business decision. Stay tuned. Those Pitmaster ones are going to be hitting.
We flipping shoes?
Hey, man. All I'm saying is.
What's the big app?
StockX?
Yeah, StockX.
Now, when you guys see those Pitmaster ones, you know what it is.
You'll know why.
And we don't do black. We do charcoal and ash colorway. So stay tuned. You never know how or what will pop up in. And I have to say a monstrous congratulations. Our boy made us very proud.
Heck yeah.
He swept the competition out in Pacific Northwest, literally. Little Evan, I call him the kid, and he is the kid. I know he's 18 now, still the kid. Evan the Kid Witherspoon swept the competition, first place across the board.
This is my surprise face, but I'm also so stoked for him that he just continues. Because I'm not surprised. Because like when we had him at Grill and Chill last year, like I think you and I with him, because you had a little bit more interaction with him than me. Yeah. But like I remember after he was there that first day, I was like, we had this conversation. I was like, I wish I wanted to do anything that focused at his age. Like imagine where he's just going to be.
He was 17 then. We met him 14, just turned 15.
Yeah.
He swept him first in ribs, first in everything. Yeah. He was about to leave the stage. The announcers like,
no, wait, just stay.
Literally, they just said, "There's no point in you leaving." And our grand champion is.
And then he just turns around the whole list.
And he was so humble about it, and it was so well deserved. I'm so proud of him.
Oh yeah.
So shout out to Evan, and I've invited him back to Grill and Chill this year, because he still wants to learn. I think he still has a lot to learn. We all do. And
but he knows it.
Yeah.
He's winning all this stuff, and he still shows up like,
I'm here to work.
I'm here to work. What can I do better?
Yeah.
I mean, and there were a few things last year at Grill and Show where people who were had more time
They gave it to him.
They gave it to him, and he didn't say a word.
No, he's like, got to take it.
Buried his head, turned around, went and fixed it, and kept going.
And that's what it is. If you see a spill, don't go ask someone, hey, there's a mess you got to clean up. No, go find a mop. Can't find a mop, go get some paper towels.
Yeah.
Get the shit done. No, so I'm very, very, very proud of him. I keep every tag or post I put with him. He's 18. Every post I put out there with him, I say the future is bright, because it is. And he's doing that work. And after, so he finished his submissions. They hadn't done, they did the first day of submissions. He came and helped us on the line for service at Ilani, because I don't know if you know this, but we had to make 1,200 egg rolls.
I did not know it ended up being that many.
If I see another egg roll, I don't want to see egg rolls for at least 2-3 months. But we rolled 1,200 egg rolls. Shout out to Chewy and the whole team for helping. Because I did. Do you
roll an egg roll like a burrito? I've never had to think about this before.
Sort of, yeah.
Is it the same like packet, fold it in, roll it over itself, and keep it tucked?
Keep it tucked and wet the edges type of thing.
Yeah. But
it's also a little harder when you've got giant mitts and you're like, I've got to do this dainty thing here. And you're just rolling through them.
Yeah.
But no, we knocked them out. It was a big hit. Shout out to everybody that was there. Finally got to meet the mountain man himself, Noah Sims, who you can also catch in the most recent season of Barbecue Brawl. Finally got to meet Matt Gork, the meat professor, the meat teacher, Gork Boar's Barbecue. We got to hang out. I got a story, but I don't know if I want to say that story on air, but I'll tell you off air. But we had a time. It's a clean story. It's just a heck of an experience. But I'll just say this man is a card whisperer. That's all I can say. This man is I've never seen this. And when I say card whisperer, I wish I was jokingly. I wish Chewy was there. He'll back me. This man called 5 cards to 21.
Damn.
Literally called it.
And he didn't get kicked out?
No. Just called him. And I don't mean like, oh, that's going to be not like a.
No, I know. Yeah.
Like he's like,
he's
like, hey, I need a 4 right now.
Yeah.
It's like, what? No. I'm asking you for 4. 4. It's like, oh my God. It's like, and running the table. It was nice. I can't get in, but it was it was an experience. It's always going to be something. It was a good time.
You know who else is like that? He probably won't shock you.
Who?
Carl.
What? Not. Again, this is my shocked face.
Yeah.
Not shocked at all.
Yeah.
Not shocked at all on Carl. But yeah, let's run it through there. So that's the recap of Family Reunion, Ilani BBQ Fest. Both super, super uber dope. The takeaways: get the tickets at Family Reunion. Stay on the property. It's going to be a good time. Make sure you hydrate. Before you go to bed, take a liquid IV, Tylenol, and a vitamin C packet, and you'll wake up right as rain. Ilani, always worth getting the VIP stuff, because why not? Good times. Proud of our boy for crushing it. Now we've got some actual barbecue news to talk about. I know, after all that, right? And the weird thing is, like, all of this is so weird, but it is actually true, and it's just. So I don't know if you've been keeping up, but Boar's Head is back in the news.
For what?
Killing people. Yeah, there's that. Boar's Head has had to. This has been something going on since July, and has
again.
Have
better. They killed people before?
Yeah. The products, it's just gotten worse. They've got a really bad outbreak.
This is not like a manufacturing mishap while we're packing meat with. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Back in the news, another big recall for their meats because there's a horrible outbreak of listeria in their factories. Which you're like, listeria, is that Listerine's cousin? No. No, it's not. You don't want that issue. Listeria is it's a very bad virus disease, foodborne, that is making a lot of people sick. What was it? I believe it hospitalized 59. Sadly, 9 passed off of it. So it is serious. They've had to recall millions and millions of pounds of their product. So yeah, just don't buy Boar's Head right now. Just gonna put that out there. If you got it in the fridge, hope you got the receipt. Just stay away from it if you can. Legitimately stay away from it. Now is not the time. And if you are a fire roller or smoke roller like we are, now's a wonderful time to brush up on making it yourself.
Yeah.
Because if you can smoke a pork butt, you can make a ham.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Same, just a little different. This
next part, and those of you who are online and you're about to jump off, please don't. I need you to actually stay for this part, because this is a part that this happened to me 2 days ago, and it wasn't in the news or anything. I just want to talk with people about it. So I'm at the store, I'm picking up some stuff, and I always check meat prices just to see where everything is. And I pick up a label and I notice something and I put it down. Then I pick up another package and I notice the same thing and I put it down. I pick up one more. Mind you, these are 3 separate proteins. And it says the same thing. Color added. I'm not picking up fruit. I'm not picking up cereal boxes. I'm not picking up any canned items. I'm picking up salmon, beef, and pork.
And I'm assuming none of this is like ground.
No.
Yeah,
none of it's ground.
I could see that where it's like ground, and that's easy to throw in a little bit of color.
Yeah.
But you're talking about
whole cuts. Salmon fillets, single cut pork chops, and I think it was I think it was a flank or a skirt, but it states on the label, and for those who don't believe, I took a photo because I was like, this isn't, so this can't actually be real. Like, this has to be some sort of joke. But those of you who can see, right there, color added. Color, and we'll overlay this. But it says color added. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And those who aren't familiar, you can see it's called like blood bathing, which usually happens in iron-rich meats like beef.
Yeah.
Where if it gets too gray, they'll put it in there just to add it and maybe extend it a little bit more. But that's still not good. When the meat's going, it's going.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Stop trying to trick it. But
that's a Band-Aid.
Yeah, I've never seen this on labels before. I've seen, like in brines and in turkeys, like liquid added or, holding solution added. But I was like, color? And then it takes me down to this next rabbit hole of what's in our food.
While looking at all those meats, is it just like saturation's been turned up a notch just to like make it look more appealing? Is that what it is?
I have no idea. But
did it even look any different to you?
Here's the scary part. It didn't. That's the scary part, because if you're not reading the label and you're someone, Joe Schmo who just grabs a pack and keeps it pushing, what are you grabbing? And shameless plug, this is a wonderful time to sign up for Good Ranchers using code GENTLEMAN to save on your order. Next bit, but seriously, like and I'm going to revisit again because the next story got me. You know how everyone plays Uno differently.
Sure.
There's the right way, then there's the black way, then there's the Latino way. We've all got our stuff, like, black and Latino way, same.
There are the rules.
There's the rules, and then there's the...
But then there's like, I feel like you get into somebody's house and like you want to play Uno, you're like, well, what do you do?
It's my house. It's my house. It's my house rules, right? So that's how it goes.
They're like, no, if I slap you in the face before you say Uno, you got to take the whole deck. It's like, what?
Funny about that, you realize you don't have to say Uno when you have one card?
You don't.
You don't. But it's just a cultural thing. Like, everyone said you had to.
Yeah.
Like, now it believes. But the rules keep changing.
How many arguments I got in over that one rule?
And this is why I say house rules, and this is where the argument, this is where this next story comes together. I promise you I'm taking it around. I told you I've been practicing this stuff. Yeah. You change the rules to best suit you. That's exactly what's happening with the meat industry. Did you know that with a passport now, a Mexican cow can be American? And by passport, I mean you can bring cows in from Mexico and other countries, but as long as you feed them in the U.S., for 60 to 90 days, you can go ahead and say USDA, American approved meat. Yeah. Talk about moving the goalposts a little bit. Yeah. Now, mind you, I've had beef in Mexico. Do I have beef with Mexico?
Absolutely not.
No, but I'm saying, why are we continuously moving the goalposts and scaling down the requirements? This isn't something like laissez-faire. This is stuff that people are putting in their body.
Yeah.
Right? And you're just saying, 69 days, we'll round it out. It's American made. Like, no. Because even Apple will tell you, designed in Cupertino, parts made here, constructed here.
Yeah.
Right? When your phone has more transparency on its process than the food that you're consuming, we got issues, my friend.
Well, to me, I mean, I feel like they understand that if there is meat coming in from other countries, that the immediate pushback is going to be like, oh, I don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
When really, if it is meeting all the same standards and all that kind of stuff, let's just figure out how to educate people.
Yeah.
Or say that it is beef from Mexico, certified by the USD.
Just put that on there.
Do that. And then I'd look at it and go, cool.
Give me the choice. Give me the information to make a choice, because here's the dangerous part. Like, here's someone out there's listening like, I don't understand what the big deal is. It's just to me, blah, blah, blah. Get back to the barbecue stuff. I'm working on it. The issue is,
I feel like this might have to do with something like where we started the whole conversation. So keep going.
If it's not a big deal, then why not tell us?
Yeah.
Why put that, 60, 90-day claim?
Yeah, why you skirting the rules just
right on there?
We're on the line. Like, why are we on the line?
Yeah, especially, and if it was something else, I'd probably blow right past it.
Yeah.
This is food. This is literally something you're ingesting. We have the highest obesity rate on the face of the planet.
Yep.
People are dying left and right from various diseases, various symptoms. Obesity is running rampant, knocking off everybody, right? Cancer's high. Like, maybe you should let us know what's really getting in. That's why I really say, my grandfather used to tell me, you either pay the farmer or the doctor. Either way you pay.
Yep.
In this case in point, I'm ready to pay the farmer.
Yeah.
Local farmer. And it's a shameless plug, but it's legitimately true. Good Ranchers, all the meat, top to bottom, USA, no passport.
Yeah.
It's just homebred right here. And the reason why I'm such an advocate for that, I may not agree with everyone's point of view, but I agree that we should be eating things that are good for us, for our bodies, and we should be given that information. But I order Good Ranchers for my grandma. I've told you what's going on with my grandma, and it's been a whole thing you guys out there may not know, but she's all I got left. And she can have the Good Ranchers meat and salmon. She can't have the store salmon stuff.
Yeah.
Or the store because it makes her sick.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the hell is in that stuff, but I know where this stuff is sourcing
color.
from. Yeah. Dye number 5.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make her sick. So I'm not saying this as Rasheed Phillips, the influencer, host, chef. I'm saying this as Rasheed Phillips, her grandson.
Let's say looking after your own family.
Yeah. This is the grandson talking. Be mindful of what you're consuming. Be mindful of what you're feeding and providing to others. Just do a little top line research. We're all going to grab the quick, number 2 with fries, whatever. I get that. But
sure,
at some point, you got to be aware of what you're putting in your body. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. I don't even have a podium to stand on or anything. That's not my soapbox. It's just a flyer and passing it by. Just keep that in mind next time you're getting something. Read your labels. Literally read them, because those things are small and you can't fit everything on them.
I was about to say, I mean, especially back to the color thing, did you just happen to catch that? Because I can't tell you the amount of times that I've gone in the grocery store and I know what I'm after. I know where it's normally at. I'm just, I look at it, I'm like, okay, cool. Is this about the weight that I need? Cool, moving on.
I always look just to see what's out there, see what quality is looking like, see if there's a shift. And I don't know what's gone on since COVID, but I feel like the saturation has been turned down on lots of things. Salmon used to be very vibrant and rich, and I'm like, you look like a pastel. Yeah. Meats look gray and dull. I'm just like, what is happening, right? So, like I said, do with that information what you will. It's just my job to make sure you're a little bit aware, but that little summarization is, if you've got boar's head, don't eat it. Right now's not a good time. Listeria is a thing. If you're unaware of what it is, give it a old Google. It's out there. Why are they adding coloring to meats? Leave it for coloring books, maybe. Fruit punch. Probably not a fruit punch, but you shouldn't have coloring. Shouldn't be seeing labels saying color added.
High C from when we were kids.
I do remember High C.
You had 2 sips of that, and your mouth was just whatever. It was the blue, it was the red, whatever it was.
Kool-Aid packets were the top offender. And try, if you can, to get your beef without a passport. I'm just saying, save the passport for trips. Go to Ibiza or Bees. I don't know how you pronounce it. I got to watch Batman again. Next up, we got a little bit of event news and some odds and ends coming through here.
Grill and Chill 2024.
Indeed, October 11th in Corsicana. Tickets are still available. We've got a flavor-packed group coming in. We got Chuck Flavor Train, the conductor himself, rolling in hot with the pinkies up. It's going to be a good time. He's making, can't tell you if you want to know, show up. Auntie Delilah's out there, and man, I remember there was fights almost broke out over her mac and cheese. So that's all I'm saying.
Multiple times this summer.
Yes.
It's not a one-time occurrence. It's been multiple times this summer.
Make sure you get it. Of course, Pops, Mr. Kevin Bloodstone's out there. We're going to do our pit.
That actually might have been the hairiest moment while we were in Compton.
Yeah,
was over the mac and cheese.
Was over the mac and cheese. That's probably when things got the tightest. Like, hey, I'm gonna see stage left and exit my way out of here.
But I got mine.
Yeah,
I got my mac and cheese.
That's all.
You
don't
can't see that.
Don't be like Corey eating it behind the fridge like no one can see you. We see you, Corey. We see you. So we've got Chuck Flavor Train. We've got Auntie Delilah. Pops, Mr. Kevin Bloodstone. I told you Evan's coming back. We're gonna get him some time. We're putting him on stations. We've also got Pitmaster Poppy Gerald, runner-up on Season 2's Barbecue Showdown. He's coming through, and you never know who else may pop up. Like, it's going to be a fun time. It's a grill and chill thing. I'm going to be honest, tickets aren't moving how I wanted them to, but I never started it for the money because I don't keep any of it. We give it back to the community. So whoever gets in, it's just like bumming around with a friend. You're going to put something on top. We donate it off. I can't tell you who we're donating it to yet in the
I was
association.
About to ask, do we know where it's going yet?
I'm 100% aware, and I will tell you the moment that light stops flashing.
Got it.
But it's going to be a good time, man. I just want to do this. It's a good way to kick back, and it's happening the week before my birthday, so I'm wilding out. I'm not really wilding out, but I'm going to be there. I'm going to enjoy myself.
So take an extra day on the lake.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we always do. And, of course, we got to do the Waffle House run. Got to. And if you don't know what I mean by the Waffle House run, I can tell you weren't there last year, but you got to make it there this year.
Yeah. Tickets
on sale right now. If you use code EVAN20, you can save 20% off your ticket.
Do we got Evan a promo code?
We do have we did get
Let's
the kid a promo code.
Let's go.
The kid has a promo code.
He's arrived.
Yeah.
He's got promo codes.
He's got promo codes.
Wait, is that his first promo code?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
We're doing it. A lot of faith in this young man.
That's good. I don't know how it's going to be worth money later, but somehow that'll be worth money.
It'll be worth something.
We gave him his first promo code.
I knew him back when.
I don't even know if he remembers me now, but
yeah, exactly. I told him I'm submit my application. I'm not asking for a job. Just review it.
Just maybe
just
remember
over
me.
one time. On top of that, there's also going to be some great giveaways. We're going to be giving away a Gosney Dome. Which
oh, nice.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah, we're giving away a Gosney Pizza Dome. We're giving away a Nomad Grill. Giving away a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Some fun stuff giveaways. So, and here's a great thing. You don't have to do anything for the giveaway. If you bought a ticket, you're already in.
Yeah, if you're there.
Yeah.
Just be there.
Be present.
Yeah.
Do roll call. Aaron, present.
DNice.
Will never get old. I mean, DNice. I said DNice.
Jay Quellen.
One of their best skits.
Oh my God, they're geniuses.
Skits. Yeah, shout out to Key and Peele.
Yeah.
Holysmoke tickets are on sale. Another event very near and dear. I'm honored to have been there.
What's the date
since
on
the
that
first? One? That is November 9th. It's going to be at the Riverfront Park this year. Still.
Am I going crazy, or was it a little earlier?
No, it was a little later. Last
okay,
year,
so the date did move.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just that weekend, whatever the weekend falls on. That's where they hit it with. Holysmoke is going to be great. All the proceeds go to donate and help with children's pediatric cancer. Literally some of the heaviest hitters on the planet. The professor himself, Mr. Tuffy Stone, the Sultan of Swine, Rodney Scott. No one's flipping birds better than Chris Lilly. Like, you can't ask for anything more. Like, if you are trying to get into this game, I can't emphasize this enough. If you're trying to get into this game, if you're trying to learn, buy that VIP ticket, show up early, and come and talk to these guys. Like, you can talk to Rodney Scott for under $500. Shoot. You better hurry up. Tuffy Stone,
Cheaper
the professor.
to talk to Rodney's lawyer than it is him.
I know Rodney's lawyer. It's not even, it's so expensive. All I'm saying is you're never going to get this level of access for that cost. So go for it. My name could have been in that script. It's a lot. It's go and do it. It's worth it. Another weekend where there's no sleep because it's for a great cause.
Yeah.
We're up all night. We're drinking some brown, having some laughs, enjoying a few sticks, and then the sun rises and we serve the people, and then we take care and do brunch at Rodney's the next day. That's just tradition now. Mm-hmm. That's just what goes on. So if you can't make it to one, make it to the other. If you can make it to all, show up. It's definitely worth going. Holysmoke. Smokeslam has announced their dates for next year. May 15th and 17th at what used to be the former grounds for Memphis in May is now the new grounds for Smokeslam, Tom Lee Park. Came out swinging. They locked down that contract. They're like, no, we liked it, so we put a ring on it. They're on it now for the next, I believe, 7 years. Locked in with them. So
dang.
Now you know.
Okay.
This one is a very special one for me. The Black Line Bash is going to be in Virginia. Yours truly will be over there rolling smoke, lighting some stuff on fire. The proceeds are to help our troops, those who are wounded, those families who are hurting, to help get treatment for those who need it, mental, physically, and emotional. You know, these men and women go through a lot, and sometimes getting the care isn't always as accessible or easy as it should be. So events like this aid in that, and I'm honored to say that there are, and they really have a choice because I literally put it in all my contracts. And I'm not even blowing smoke. I put it in my contracts. If I'm doing good, you're doing good with me.
Yeah.
So shout out to Ghazni for donating domes to be auctioned off. Shout out to Pops and Rodney for donating signed books to be auctioned off in a silent auction. One time for Good Ranchers, who's providing the meat for the event, and they are also giving away a year's supply of meat.
Oh, no way.
For the silent auction.
Dang.
So I shook the trees to get as many people and brand and partners involved so that we can, make this something that makes a real impact in these men and women's lives. Yeah. So if you guys are interested and you want to attend, it can be opened to the public, to a small few. Yeah. If you're listening, drop us a DM or comment on this part of the post, and we can get your name access put on the list. They have to check. I've got clearance already, but we are doing it in Virginia Beach on the Naval Grounds. So, yeah, there's that. Some more barbecue news throughout the community. Some things that have been popping off. One time, for the man Cookingwidkunchi, he has released his first book, Wrangling Fire, and he's also doing a giveaway. It's a dope title.
I like that a lot.
It is. I'm not mad at him. I hope he gets a Wrangler deal out of it. He's doing a giveaway with Weber. He's doing it's like a $1,300 giveaway that he's doing with him. So go check out his page. We'll have the information in the show notes. Yeah,
Weber is far more than just the kettle grill now, which I don't think a lot of people realize.
They're doing some stuff.
It's not just a little $150 kettle grill anymore. They've got some real stuff going on.
They got some heat, no pun intended, but they've got some heat.
Yeah.
And there's, on top of that, King Meats and Barbecue Supplies. Shout out to Eduardo, Will, Adventures of a Fat Guy, that whole crew over in IE. They're opening up a barbecue supply store. More details to come soon. I'm just very proud of them. I will definitely be out there for the ribbon cutting, so look for the giant oak tree. And we have to save the best for last. Our man, 100 grand, Brian Hall over at Owens & Hall, they have made the list, number 3 spot on the best barbecue places in the country outside of Texas.
Dude, let's go.
Yeah, and
my gosh.
And here's, before you think we're blowing smoke, it doesn't have any weight, right? This thing's carrying more weight than Ron Coleman used to do in the day. Barbecue snob himself, Mr. Daniel Vaughn, dropped the list. And then number 1 is our homies Palmera. They're crushing it. Ooh. They were rolling hard. They deserve it. Absolutely. It's a star-studded list. Palmera's on there. Owens and Hall's on there. Moose Craft. Had a wonderful chat with Brian, like I said yesterday. I'm just extremely proud of him. But my question for you guys listening, and let it marinate for a little bit until the next episode, how do you think these guys would rank if they were in Texas?
That's literally, as soon as you said outside of Texas, I was like, I want to know where they rank in Texas.
Yeah, like I Vaughn, if you're still listening to us, brother, I appreciate that. I want to take you up on that offer to tour us around Texas. Hit me up, you know how to get to me. But maybe this is I know this is a conversation we do without mics and cameras and a couple of sticks and some
he can
really
just update
good
his list.
water.
Just like put all those names in the Texas list. Just like maybe it's like a little asterisk.
There's
like
the list,
not in Texas.
and then there's like, hey, we know, right?
Yeah.
So, Vaughn, my man, let's have some brown water, a couple of sticks. I'll bring some Cubans, right? We kick back. And we just discuss it because I feel like...
And we accidentally record the entire conversation and put it out.
I'm not doing that.
No, I'm kidding.
That's Lee. But that list, that's when I got, I was like, there's some heavy hitters, there's some flavor. Mm-hmm. But I wonder, where would they land on that list if included? Because and what you guys don't know is Brian and I go back, right? And that's the story for another day. But I stopped making sausage because of Brian.
Yeah.
Because I tried a sausage like, oh yeah, it's much better.
Yeah, I'm not getting there.
I had a means. I still got a mean song right now. But I used to do like my own twist on an Italian sausage, and that would crush. And I had one that he'd made. I was like, yeah, I'm hanging it up. I'm gonna just contract you to do it. Yeah, because you just know. It's like, yeah, just know. This is redundant. Not even redundant at this point. You got it. And you got the amazing link builders out there. Hodge, shout out to the whole Hoodoo Brown crew. Great catching up with y'all. I'm gonna see you guys again real soon. But I just want to know, like, where does the whole crew stack up? Like, we know the Texas Monthly, the Texas Mafia, this, that, and the third, but go ahead and sprinkle them in there. Let's see. Let's do a little Titans of Texas, no matter where the zip code is. Let's see what's going on here. Let's see, where does the flavor lie?
No, I mean, in
regards.
There's, to me, nothing wrong with there just being a list.
Just the
list.
And we'll phase out into this. We were having a conversation in the world of the Keith Lee's, not knocking Keith Lee. He'll tell you himself he's not a food reviewer. He's just a guy who likes to eat. But to have a voice like Vaughn out there, we only have Vaughn. But what we really, really need, and maybe we do it ourselves, but we really need someone who can taste it, judge it, but go back in the kitchen and make it. That's the thing.
Should we start a board? Because I do feel like there is actually some legitimacy to the reviewers who do their thing really well.
Agreed.
But then you also have the people who understand what it takes to make it and get there versus and not saying that the reviewers don't understand the process, but like the people who are in the trenches actually doing it. Yeah. Like you with Brian, you immediately knew.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not getting there.
Yep.
I do this. I've done it. I understand how to do it. I feel like I do it well.
I do.
I just realized that's not me.
Yeah.
That's like being a professional athlete. You come up against some people and you're like, he's better than me.
It is.
I can't even tell you that he's not.
Yep.
The competitive piece in me wants to say, F you, no, I'll get there. But you just kind of, sometimes you got to go, it's not me.
Have you seen that thread or the series of posts where it's like guys who are really good, like good athletes, good basketball players in college and why they stopped? And like, and I think the question goes like, what was the player you went up against that made you realize this isn't for you? And it's like, yeah, one time I went up against Dwight Howard and I just knew. And then the next guy, of course, there's a Braun was like, we heard about Braun, but I was a guy in this town. He came in, he's like, I switched majors.
Yeah, I was just done.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
I remember having because those of you who don't know, I've got a really expensive piece of paper that says I can color inside the lines. I remember having a portfolio review that was, my teacher was so strict on me. and laid into me that evening I looked into dentistry. I wish I was joking. I legitimately looked like, how do I get into dental school? Right? And when people are like, oh, you're over-exaggerating. No. He's still alive. He's so good. And this is when I said, okay, I'm going to finish out. And that's why I'm so focused on what I do now, because I want to be that for others. Like, can't no one bring a fire back to life with an ember like I can. I'm going to let you know what that is right now. But I practice it. He's so good. We did a trip to the zoo. He had his canvas pad out and his inkwell. This man snapped a twig off of the tree, didn't sharpen it, didn't bend it, didn't do a damn thing. To this day, I'm not even certain he didn't go plant that twig himself. Snapped the twig off the tree, dunked it in the inkwell, and proceeded to paint or sketch or inkwell the most realistic portrait of the silverback gorilla that was there I've ever seen in my life.
Damn.
And at that point, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is all he knows. He can't drop an engine. He can't change a tire. He can't make omelets. This is all he knows."
Yeah.
And with that being said, what is it you know? What is your all you know? What is it like, hey, I'm not focused on these other things. And my Xboxes and stuff got dust on them. I don't know what anything is, but what is your thing that you're just so locked in that when people see you do it, it looks magical, effortless?
Yeah, completely effortless.
Yeah. Let us know in the comments below. Shoot us an email over at thisweekinbarbecue@gmail.com. I've been your host, Rasheed Phillips, and sitting across from me and back in town, as we both are for the first time in ever, Mr.
Lee Garman.
If you guys haven't already, go to grillandchillfest.com, grab your ticket, grab two, tell a friend to tell a friend, and we'll see you next time.